what is your real worldview on the nature of consciousness on this planet in intergalactic space? I've been really honest today, giving a lot of true answers. So metaphysically, what is the secret of the universe?
This is what I think. There was a little organism that was just recently discussed. I tweeted it, I think, yesterday, and they think it was one of the very first organisms that was the precursor to what we eventually became, and that all biological life, all like living, walking things came out of this one multi-celled organism, right? Yeah, so one thing. I think as that happened, whatever hundreds of millions of years ago, I don't know what the number is, but however long, billions of years that happened to go, if we keep going in that same direction, whatever we are now is going to be totally unrecognizable just a few hundred years from now or a few thousand years from now, or if we just do it biologically, a million years from now. But I think that if human beings manage to stay alive for a long period of time and not blow each other up, we're on the cusp of figuring out how to manipulate our very beings, like to the point where we're not going to be people anymore. It's just going to change.
That's it. Yeah. Humanity is at the crossroads, and that's my message today. The elite have decided, they think, the course of our evolution. I'm here to say, shouldn't we decide it and have a debate about it?
Well, I don't
and that's
think,
why the Joe Rogan Experience is a great place for that.
People have this insatiable need for innovation. They're fascinated by it. They want the newest phone, even though their phone works perfect.
Exactly.
They just want it. They have this desire. It's a weird thing. It's just like we were talking about. Like these things aren't designed to make you addicted to them. You're just addicted to them, and they're designed well. There's a weird sort of connection that we have to this technology. And I think it's because of what Marshall McLuhan said. I think it's because of what Marshall McLuhan said, that human beings are the sex organs in the machine world. I really think that's what they're doing. I think all of this integration and all this innovation of all this compelling focus on technology is because evolutionarily that's where our biology goes. It goes to technology because it can manipulate it at a far faster rate than our evolution. I
hear what you're saying biomechanically, but genetically through round cells, not square silicon, we do it more beautifully and strongly. I agree with what you're saying overall.
I don't think it's an either or, Alex.
We shouldn't just
But Alex, I don't think it's either or.
We shouldn't just accept it.
They're going to be able to do shit in both ways.
I agree.
They're going to be able to do shit where they're integrating computers.
Longer, I'm going to do it.
It's going to happen.
The point is,
you're going to be screaming about 9/11 400 years from now.
The public needs to know this.
Yes.
So I think humanity should have a larger debate about it.
Well, they are learning about it. It's just something that you have to seek out.
It's all controlled,
and it's really,
though. All the information is controlled.
Well, I don't know about that. The information about innovation and artificial intelligence.
Come on.
They're letting a lot out.
If you were a
There's
gangster,
constant studies.
if you were Tony fucking Montana running the planet, would you let that shit out or would you keep it for you?
But Eddie, Tony Montana's not running science. The thing is, these scientists are almost all involved in universities and different studies, and they're working on their PhDs. They're trying to make a name for themselves. They're exploring all these different possibilities, and then big companies that can profit off of it in billions and billions of dollars, like Sony or Apple or any of these other companies, they scoop these people up, and their fucking thing. But hold on a second. Their thing is to innovate and make money. That's what they're there for. That's what they're doing. They're trying to push the envelope in technology.
But
they're not Tony Montana. Do you understand this? You're talking about two different things.
You're
making a false entity.
You're talking about some utopia.
No. I'm talking about what Apple is.
Are trying to benefit the world.
I think it's between.
I'm talking about what Intel is.
Here's what I'm getting
the people
at.
who makes iPhones
It doesn't matter. We're having a real discussion about the future of the technological system of humanity.
Right.
They don't want that discussion. So this thing's, whether it's Joe or Alex Jones or Eddie Bravo, we're all having on the Joe Rogan Experience a discussion the elite are having right now in Kauai, right now with Zuckerberg. I know for a fact.
The elites are meeting with Zuckerberg?
In Kauai.
Are they pissed off at Facebook, too?
He's about Kauai. But the whole point is they're having this meeting right now, and we should discuss what's happening.
Is Facebook part of the Illuminati?
Now you know.
No. Is a bear shitting in the woods part of it?
Come on, aren't you on Facebook?
Now you know. Look at Alex Flex.
They're going to delete your profile. You better take that back.
Joe, all I know is I want to empower people.
Profile. I know you do.
I don't want to cut folks off.
I know you do.
Hey, the big issues of the world is he never asked me about Ronald Reagan.
I want to know about aliens.
Can we combine both?
I keep coming back to that.
We do it?
Because I want to know. What do they know about aliens?
What do you want me to tell you?
What are they real?
Okay, I'll tell you right now. And what I say is not political, and it's not from my particular perspective.
Okay.
It's from the known knowledge in the universe.
Okay.
We live in a third-dimensional plane We can see the planets, the galaxies, the suns, hundreds of billions of galaxies photographed, universes. We live in an amazing space-time continuum. The elites believe that it's not in the third dimension that we're mainly receiving transmissions. Ships don't arrive from Alpha Centauris or Giedi Prime or wherever they're coming from, or Betelgeuse. They come here through interdimensional gates that are much closer, through fold space. And so we have to discuss the different influences that are in the universe and the fact that we have free will and we decide what we want. I don't believe in any of this. I'm simply telling you what the elites believe.
So they believe that there's another dimension, and these beings are from another dimension. A bunch of dimensions.
And they need baby blood, right? They need baby blood,
our
right?
brain is able to tune in. Let me tell you. We're really powerful.
I didn't make this up.
Okay. We're made in the image of our Creator. Our brain is able to tune into the lowest dimension, the highest dimension. Humans are basically really powerful creatures that can live right close to suns. They're highly radioactive. Nothing else can live this close. We have very short lives because we're like a hive organism that actually lives second to second in the space-time continuum. It's like 100 years. It's a second. And we transmit our data up to be able to live next to, like with these Stargate jump gates that are suns. So because we live so close to these suns, we only have like milliseconds to be alive. So we're actually a hive organism that keeps transmitting up to the next species in our hierarchical system and then down below us. So we're alive right now in this continuum, and we're trying to progress and make things better. And the elites are trying to make sure that we don't dial into that incredible knowledge we've got as a species and basically die as a species, so that we're not competitors on the next level, as the Bible says, of the interdimensional plane.
But
God
you don't
damn,
believe that.
Good.
But you don't believe that. You're just saying that's what they believe.
Oh, yes, exactly. I don't believe in anything.
What do you believe?
No, I mean, I believe in research.
Do you think that, I believe in research too. Do you think that there is something from other dimensions that can access us?
We are other dimensions. The third dimension is only one limited plane in a larger spectrum.
So you do believe what
So we're a
believe.
part of that spectrum.
Well, let's just say we're not in Kansas anymore.
Alex, have you ever done DMT?